I think someone looked at EverQuest and said, what if we took one of the most brutally inconvenient games ever made and turned it into a one-person raid? And EverQuest Legends was born. This is not a remake. This is not a sequel. It's more like someone took classic Norrath, kept all the feels, and quietly removed the part where you need 72 people and no sleep to get anything done. And as someone who gave up 3 a.m. raid life for a reasonable bedtime and a religious nighttime skincare routine, I gotta say, I'm kind of curious. So what is it? EverQuest Legends is basically a reimagining of classic EverQuest, but designed so you can actually play it alone. Yes, alone. You can group, you can even raid, but you don't have to. Groups are capped at 4, raids are capped at 8, which, if you played original EverQuest, should feel illegal because this is a game that used to require a small village and at least 3 clerics that could count to 5. Basically, you move at your own pace, you choose how social you want to be, and if you stick with it long enough, you can build a character strong enough to take on the hardest content in the game and walk out with the same gear that used to take dozens of people to earn. In this KFC bowl of whatever they found in the MMO kitchen, they threw in the triple class system. You don't pick 1 class, you pick 3, eventually. At character creation, you pick your race and your primary and secondary classes. The 3rd class unlocks at level 10, and up until level 11, you can experiment, kind of like the Colonel's kitchen staff. But at level 11, your primary class locks in. Now, there are game tokens that you can earn later that changes things, but that's a video for someone else to cover. So for example, you can be a rogue, a paladin, and a wizard, which is the same energy my 3-year-old nephew brings to the buffet. Sure, Kevin, go ahead. Put chocolate pudding on top of fried catfish. There are no bad choices here. But there are hundreds of combinations, and the goal is very clear. You're not just a hero, you're the entire party. Tank, DPS, utility, the sole recipient of your chaotic choices. How's that fish, Kevin? We are essentially taking a fantasy game and making it, well, a fantasy game. It's that thing we've all done where you and your friends insist that you could design a better game than a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And I'm reasonably certain that's exactly what happened here. Because classic EverQuest, and listen to me, listen to this voice. I talk to the void on YouTube, so clearly I spent my youth locked in a room with a computer. Yeah, classic EverQuest was built on dependency. You needed people, you waited for people, you bonded with people. Usually while sitting on your dwarven ass for 45 actual minutes waiting for your mana bar to move a single pixel. It wasn't gameplay, it was a support group for the chronically patient. But this is different. This is someone correcting their introverted people trauma. This is a game designed for the person who wants to save the world, but would also rather fake laryngitis than speak in a Discord voice channel with 3 strangers. Eventually, with enough progression and gear upgrades, you can solo things that originally required an entire raid. You can become a 1-person army, which is either incredibly satisfying or the exact opposite of what made EverQuest so special. I'm still deciding. Okay, let's talk visuals. How do you announce a game in March, run a beta in April, and release in July? Oh, you use the same 25-year-old graphics. That's how. We're not even putting lipstick on for this party. We are rolling out of bed, throwing on whatever passes the sniff test, and calling it Casual Friday. So yeah, this game keeps the original aesthetic. Because it's aged well? No, because nostalgia is doing a lot of the emotional heavy lifting here. And to be fair, for some people, that's the entire point. This is EverQuest. This is what it looked like. This is what it felt like. But for me, I gave up these graphics years ago. I'm not sure handing them back to me wrapped in a pretty bow of modern conveniences is enough to win me over. But here's the real question. If you remove forced grouping, if you remove the friction, is it still EverQuest? Or is it something else wearing EverQuest's skin? Because for some people, the inconvenience was the experience. And for others, that inconvenience is exactly why they never went back. If you want to try it, the closed beta started on April 24th. You can sign up on their website by clicking the link there. Beta participants will be selected randomly and invited in waves as the devs monitor server load and testing needs. So if you don't get in right away, it's not personal, probably. There's also a strict NDA for the closed beta, so even if your favorite content creator gets access, they won't be able to show you anything. Until next time, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next world.